Hey, Chris, my name is Carrie Lippert Gillaspie. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. Okay, let's dive in and talk some about Mike as a character because he really fascinated me. He has a strong moral compass, but he's also doing something not very
Yeah.
moral. So, talk to me some about holding both of those things at the same time.
Yeah, look, I feel like that representation of a human being is probably far more truthful than we all like to live or present or what we expect. We love to think of ourselves as perfect and virtuous and having figured it all out and all living on the right side of the law. But there's a lot more ambiguity, there's a lot more grey in our experience, and we're evolving hopefully all the time. And not to justify his criminality and what he's involved in, but he's come from a system, in and out of foster homes, come from an environment that was abusive, didn't have, a strong parental figure to look to for guidance. So it's kind of pieced together that foundation through all the wrong things, which we see time and time again. But somewhere in there, on a soul psyche point, there is a moral code. There is a heart. There is non-violence in what he does. Again, not justifying it, but I enjoyed having a character that was that layered that then allowed the audience to sort of reconsider some of their own judgments even, because we love to point the finger and sit in our soapbox and say, oh, I would never have done that. Well, I don't know. I don't know your story. You don't know mine. It's very, made me sort of sit back a little bit when casting judgment on anyone because, my father worked in child protection for 40 years, and the individuals who go through the most horrific things, sometimes that had an effect and you understood, and sometimes they turn into beautiful human beings. And so the whole human experience is fascinating and complex, and it's nice to have a character like that in a film setting, which is also entertaining and fun. There's crazy car chases and all the above.
Yeah, the human spectrum is near and far, and
Yeah.
I think he really, held both those ends of it. But talk to me some about the cast here: Mark, Hallie, Barry, Monica. Like, talk to me some about this amazing cast.
Yeah, absolutely insane cast. I signed on first, and with each actor that came along and said yes to the offering, it was like Christmas morning for me. Open, another present and another present. I was just like, what? And so I spoke to Mark first, dear friend of mine. He leapt at the opportunity and said, "This is the best script I've ever read." I then heard the same thing from Hallie, sorry, and Barry, and then Monica Barbaro, Nick Nolte. It just got better and better. And to have people that, from my point of view, where I stand as an actor, I'm like, I want to work with people that are far more talented than me, so I can learn from them. And when you get that opportunity, and you don't feel like you know best, I don't know, relieve some of the pressure, but you just pick each other's game up. It's a true sort of team collaboration, and you all make each other better. So
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They're telling me to wrap, but I have to tell you before I go, your American accent was spot on. So
oh,
the
thanks.
entire time I was judging that because I know you're not American, but you did
Yeah.
great.
No, thanks so much. And the voice was a really interesting one. We wanted there to be a tense tension in the voice that we hadn't seen me play, but also that represented where he'd come from. But any time it got into sort of my register or the register of Thor, Bart was like, that's not who this guy is. Lock it up.
That's not Thor. Thanks so much for the time, Chris. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed the movie.
You too. Thanks so much.